And welcome back, folks. Professor Almeida, jpalmeida.com, here to talk to you today about SIMnet activities. And you know what? We're just going to get right into it. Here's Canvas, and if you need to go back and watch the video on how to get to Canvas in the first place, it's right up there. So watch that video if you need to, and then come on back. Also, if you need to hit that pause button, you can do so at any time. So what we're probably going to do here is break up this topic into two separate videos because of the number of different SIMnet activities. So I have COSA 1 here, and let's say that you've gone through our little checklist, okay? With all of my classes, they're more or less the same, right? You've gone through the checklist, and let's say you're ready to get into SIMnet. The very first place you want to go with SIMnet is this McGraw-Hill SIMnet link in your course navigation. Okay, if you've never used SIMnet before, you will need to register with McGraw-Hill. I would use an email address that I check often, okay, or you check often, and a password you can remember. Now, in a class like COSA 30, where we're also using McGraw-Hill Connect, and Connect is something different from SIMnet, you'll probably want to use the same email address and password. I know it's not great security, but in a class called Intro to Computers, and with all the different logins you have to keep track of, let's make things a little bit simpler. Okay, so once you've registered with SIMnet, now if you use SIMnet before, you can just log in and you're all set. So once you've done that, you need an access code. Okay, you get that at the LBCC bookstore. Okay, you buy the access card packet, comes with an access code. Now, if for some reason you can't get the access code right away, you can still sign up for complimentary temporary access. And what this does, it allows you to begin completing the weekly SIMnet assignments. And usually the temporary access will run out toward the end of week 2. By then, you will need an actual access code, and then you just come on back to this McGraw-Hill SIMnet link and you provide that access code. So once you are fully registered and you have that access code locked in, there really is no need to come back to the full SIMnet. Okay, so here's COSA 1, here's COSA 25. Again, they're more or less similar to each other, so you see the different SIMnet activities here. I've also provided the official how-tos. Okay, so let me open these up real quick here. These are the official how-tos from McGraw-Hill. Okay, so here's how to do a SIMbook lesson, and here's how to do a project. We're going to do projects in a separate video because, again, the number of different SIMnet activities, and I don't want this video to run on longer than it should. So we'll do projects in another video, so be on the lookout for that. Also, it's real easy to watch these or look at these how-tos, but hey, you're already watching this video here. Why not see me walk you through it? Again, if you need to hit that pause button, please feel free to do so. Okay, so in looking at those official links, you would have noticed SIMbook lessons, and then you're over here, you see training, or maybe you might see chapter 1 or chapter 2. These are all referring to SIMbooks. Okay, this is what a SIMbook looks like. In the classes where we are using SIMnet, there is no printed textbook. Why? Because this is your textbook right here. Okay, these SIMbooks are your textbook reading assignments. Okay, and I know it's real tempting to click on this pretty blue button here where it says Open SIMbook, or you're tempted to watch me do it, but hear me out for a moment. If I scroll down, I see what's essentially a checklist here, and I need to do, in this case, 19 different tasks. Okay, I'm already 11% complete because I've been playing around with this, and you'll see the ones I've completed have check marks next to them. So I still need to do 1-2 here. I still need to do 1-3. Okay, so if you want to see where you are, take a moment and look through this checklist. Let me reset the progress real quick here, and let's go ahead and open up this SIMbook. So we're looking at Microsoft Access. Okay, it doesn't matter if you've never used Access, but if you're in COSA 25, you might want to pay attention to this part. Understanding database concepts, okay, hierarchy of data, the different objects of access, tables, queries, forms, and reports, using the navigation pane. Oh, hey, look at this. show me, guide me, let me try. So let's look at this training simulation here. Again, it could be called a training, could be called lesson. It's all semantics. All right, so this is what show me does. Okay, so here's show me.
To modify the navigation pane category and group filter, click the navigation pane arrow to open the navigation menu.
Okay, easy enough. So all you do is you sit back and you watch the video. You can scrub through the video like you would with a YouTube video, okay? And it takes you through the entire process here of modifying the navigation pane category and group filter. So that's show me. The nice thing about this is that you can jump between guide me and let me try, or you can close out of this if you wish. Okay, here's guide me. So with guide me, the simulation will actually work with you step by step. Let me explain. Number one, click the navigation pane arrow to the right of all access objects. Okay, maybe it's this arrow here. Whoops. So you're free to move around in the simulation, but if you don't get this particular step correct, the simulation will guide you toward the right answer. Okay, so in this case, it's this navigation pane arrow. All right, let's continue. Step 2, select the tables and related views category. Okay, continue. Click the navigation pane arrow again. Okay, continue. Step 4, select all tables in the filter by group area. Oh, you mean this filter by group? Ah, I need to click here. Okay, so again, if you get it wrong, the simulation will guide you. Congratulations, you have completed this exercise. So that's guide me. Now, in order to get points, right? In order to get points for this exercise, you need to do the let me try part. Now, if you already know your way around Microsoft Access, you can just go straight to all the let me tries and get your points that way. Okay, but again, you have the show me and guide me options. Let me show you let me try. So here's what let me try looks like. Okay, and you can see a number of different things here. I can make the font bigger or smaller. I can click anywhere, as you can see here. I can essentially do anything, right? So I'm free to move about the ribbon and click on any number of random things. Okay, so I have that freedom. Here's step 1. Set the navigate to category to tables and related views. All right, what if I don't know how to do that? Well, I can see the hint, right? Click the navigation pane arrow to the right of all access objects. Select the tables and related views category. There you go. Step 2, change the filter by setting to all tables. Now I want to pause for a moment here because I want to talk about quizzes and exams. Again, it's just a matter of semantics. You're going to see this as a matter of fact in COSA 1 here. You see this office win exam or this word quiz. All it is just a let me try simulation with some differences here. Okay, so an exam or quiz essentially looks like this with some differences. Now, the one obvious difference has to do with clicking on different things. You'll notice that in an exam or quiz, you'll have a certain number of attempts to get the steps right. So while in let me try, I can just do any number of random things, right? Where I see this little box pop up, I can do these things, but if I'm doing this in an exam or a quiz, I'm using up my attempts. So I can't really get away with clicking on random things in an exam or quiz. The other difference might have to do with hints. In an exam or quiz, I should know how to change the filter by setting to all tables. I shouldn't have to rely on hints. Okay, so that's another difference there. So let's go ahead and finish this out. So that takes care of let me try. That also takes care of your exams and quizzes. So now that we've done the let me try, let's go back and take a look at this particular SIMbook. Okay, so I can move about. You can see that it's all done here. We can also access glossaries. Here's the bookmarks, right? We can make bookmarks. So I'm just showing you how you can just navigate around. Okay, so we're back to the SIMbook, and hey, look at this. Task completed. We're 5% complete. Okay, let me explain this part. As you move through the SIMbook, your grade automatically updates. This also means that your grade book is automatically syncing as well. So if I were a student right now, this particular SIMbook lesson or training will show up as 5% in the grade book. This also means that my overall course grade is going to go down. If you learn nothing else from this video, resist the temptation to look at your course grade while you're working on a SIMbook activity, okay? Because what's going to happen is you're going to see your course grade, you're going to message me, hey, Professor Almeida, I'm really concerned about my grade right now, when all it could be is just an open SIMbook that's not complete, okay? So again, what I'm saying here is that if you see this 5%, this also means that in your grade book, it's going to show up as 5%, okay? Let's do another let me try to illustrate how this updates in real time. Okay, so let's go down a bit here. And again, if you need to hit that pause button, feel free to do so. Okay, here's let me try. Create a new blank desktop database named PPA1-2. All right, let's do that real quick here. Okay, again, you don't need to know what I'm doing. It's just for sake of example. PPA1-2, and we are done. Okay, so let's close that. Let's get out of the SIMbook. And you will see that my progress is now at 11%. Okay, so now my grade in Canvas is going to show 11%. So again, the bottom line, don't look at your course grade until you finish a SIMbook activity. All right, so that is part 1 on completing SIMbook trainings, lessons, quizzes, and exams. And in a follow-up video, we're going to talk about projects. So stay tuned.